Hey everybody, it's me, and we are ready for week 13 of the NFL to my garage. I know. Keep it down. Keep your applause down till after we've gone through all this bullshit that we're about to go through. Let's get into it. All right, here are your noon games. Indy at Houston. Houston's been kind of impressing me lately. And for Indy, Curry Willis is out. Almost said Williams. Ryan Kelly is out. And they've upgraded Danny Pinter. Now, to Indy fans, that may mean something. To me, who really only cares about the NFC North, and to be fair, really only cares about the Chicago Bears, that really means nothing to me. But if you're an Indy fan, in case you didn't know, there's your injuries. Vikings at Detroit. Almost feels like a trap game. Could it be? Could it be a trap game for the Vikings? Riding high on that Packer win. Little strut in their walk. Little swag going on. But Detroit's been in every game, too. They almost beat the Bears. The Bears played pretty well. They have been in almost every game. They tied Pittsburgh, and that's when Pittsburgh was still doing okay. But this is my shotgun game of the week, and my whole take a chance shotgun game of the week. And god damn it, I'm taking Detroit by 3. And this has nothing to do with my hatred of the Vikings. I mean, it really doesn't. So, Detroit by 3. I know you're all hating me. And next we're going Philly at Jets. Remember, these are your noon games. Philly at Jets. The Jets suck. That poor kid, that Zach Wilson, I felt so bad for him. He went to a shitty team and then tore something or broke something or hurt himself somehow. And Philly's been all right. So I'm going to give it to Philly by 7. Here's my game. Arizona Cardinals at Chicago Bears. Now, for any of you who don't know, the Arizona Cardinals used to be the Chicago Cardinals is what they used to be. Then they moved down to Arizona because they figured Chicago shouldn't have 2 teams. We're not cool enough or big enough, even though Chicago is like the 3rd largest city. I could totally be wrong. I'm just spewing shit out of my mouth as it goes. So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, she's wrong. Fuck yeah, I don't care. Anyways, Dalton's going to get the start. We're going to talk about injuries later. Arizona doesn't have many injuries, but we'll get into that injury report with the Cardinals and the Bears. Never going to pick against my home team. Outside in the cold. Arizona's warm. They're always so cozy there. It's going to be I'm going Bears by 3. Just because Kyler Murray's not 100%. He's limited practices. I'm just going Bears by 3. I know it's super funny, but what do you do? So Chargers next. Chargers at Bengals. Auden Tate is on the IR. No good. No bueno. That doesn't bode very well. But the Chargers, they're a weird, like the Bengals, they're a weird team. They lose games that they're supposed to win. And the Bengals have been rolling, and I think that loss to the Bears was kind of embarrassing for them now knowing, I think when they played the Bears, we were like a 2-1 team. That might have been our first game. I don't remember, but it set the tone for the Bears, at least we thought. But I'm going Bengals, and I think it's going to be a close game, so I'm going Bengals by 7. Bucks at Atlanta. This game really kind of speaks for itself. No one feels worse for Matt Ryan than I do. I feel terrible for him. He's a good quarterback. He can still air it out for being an older fellow, but I just feel so bad for him. Now, Tom Brady made some mistakes, especially against that Washington team. That was a crazy game. I was cheering for Washington so hard. But Atlanta's not going to get the win. If they did, I would say Tom Brady's career is over. It's over. I know a couple of people got suspended for the Bucs. I think it was Antonio Brown and somebody else. Antonio Brown shouldn't be playing football anyways. And so, obviously, speaks for itself. I'm going Bucs by 14. Your 3 o'clock games. Jacksonville versus the Rams. Buddy Howell out on the IR. Obviously, I don't think this is going to be a close game, so I'm going to give it to the Rams by 14. Just need to hurry up a little bit because I only got 8 minutes to talk about the Bears injury report. Washington at Vegas. I'm going Vegas by 3. I think it's a close game. Ravens at Pittsburgh. TJ Watt has been activated off the COVID list. I think that's going to help Pittsburgh, but not enough. Ravens, I'm going by 7. 49ers at Seahawks. I see the 49ers getting the win. I'm going up by 3 on them. Your 7 o'clock game, Denver at Kansas City. I think Kansas City pulls the win out by 7. And Monday, your Monday night game, pretty interesting. New England at Buffalo. I just don't trust Buffalo. I don't. They're a spastic team, so I'm going New England by 7. So now we're going to talk about the Bears game and the injury report. So we have a lot to talk about when it comes to Bears injuries. Mario Edwards is out with ribs, did not practice. He's kind of hot-headed, and he's got us some really stupid penalties, and he's been ejected from games. So, but he's a good player. So that kind of sucks. Our Marquise Goodwin is out with a foot. That sucks. Akeem Hicks is out with an ankle. It's kind of funny because last week it was a groin, and now it's an ankle. So he did not practice. He will not play. That sucks for that front center because the Cardinals are going to be able to run all over us because we're missing that front part of the defense. Allen Robinson has been upgraded to doubtful with a hamstring, but he didn't practice, so I highly doubt he's going to play. Roquan Smith, this hurts. Questionable with a hamstring, but did have limited practice yesterday. Damian Williams is out with a calf. That also hurts. Tashawn Gibson Sr., he had full practice, has a chest injury of some sort. I don't think it's ribs, but he most likely will play. He had full practice. Jimmy Graham, it was a non-injury related issue. Full practice. He'll be playing Sunday, no question. Cole Kmet, also full practice this week with a groin injury. Must not be that serious. But with Cole Kmet, they need to start throwing more than 5 yards to him. He's a big dude, and he could drag a couple people with him. He could learn a lot from Jimmy Graham, but instead decided to, train the offseason with Travis Kelce, which is not a bad person to train with, but if you're looking for that leadership role and who's on your team, it should be Jimmy Graham. Now we move to the other side of the ball, the Arizona Cardinals. James Wiggins, their safety, is out with a knee. That's their only player that is out And that sucks. But they do have questionables. So Justin Pugh is questionable. DeAndre Hopkins, I think he might be out. He did not practice yesterday. And I think he was limited this week, but did not practice. Kyler Murray was limited practice, still with that ankle. I don't see him running too much. If he does, well, kiss my grits. Then call me a liar and call me stupid and smack me in the face. I just don't see him moving around too much, which is good for that, the Bears linebackers and secondary. And then Byron Murphy Jr., cornerback with a foot. He's questionable. But look at the list, the Bears list compared to the Cardinals list. Mario Edwards is out. Goodwin's out. Keem Hicks is out. Allen Robinson doubtful. Roquan Smith questionable. I think Roquan will play. Damian Williams is out. Deshaun Gibson Sr. full practice. Jimmy Graham, Cole Kmet, those are all people that are going to play. The only person that's not going to play is James Wiggins for the Cardinals. But the Kyler Murray thing is, I'm kind of hoping that they mean it. When they say that he's not 100%, I'm really kind of hoping they mean it. I don't wish for anybody to get hurt, but somebody rolls up on that ankle or something like that, even his own guy steps on his foot, like a center steps on his foot or something, he's gone. But they can prove that they can win without him. I think they lost without him too, but I think they won a game without him. Can't remember. Teams on a bye this week are the Titans, who need it because they're kind of in and out. They're also a spastic team. Panthers definitely need it. They need to get their shit together. The Browns, all these teams that have the bye, it's coming at a perfect time for all of them. And the Packers need to regroup after that Vikings loss. They never should have lost that game. But of course, Aaron Rodgers is going to say, oh, it's my foot. He showed his foot on TV. No one gives a shit about your excuses or your foot. God, I hate that guy. I hate him. I hate him and Kirk Cousins. A bunch of idiots. But, so there are your picks of the week. And I hope I did all the point spreads. But, and I don't do, like, the Vegas point spreads or, these are just my picks of, what I think the score is going to be. But, like I said, and y'all going to hate me for it, I really think Detroit's going to get a win. I really do. Vikes are in Detroit. Detroit's desperate. Even though, obviously, their season's over, but they're desperate to just ruin somebody's day. And I think the last time the Vikes played Jared Goff, they lost. So, I'm not sure. But those are my picks and my injury report for the Bears and the Cardinals. And gave you a couple slices of injuries from other teams. But hope y'all had a good time with me. But it is time for me to leave. I love you all. And hopefully I'll be back here next week with week 14 and a win from the Bears. Bye.